My people, Wagwan, everyone out there, happy Saturday again. It's me again. I know I said that I wasn't gonna do another video today, but I couldn't help it, guys. This is all I do, man. This is all I do all day, every day, all night, every day. You don't know. Anyway, so I'm doing this video right now to give. Let me scroll on down and put on my do not disturb on, so nobody no call me and ting, you see. So anyway, Dana White had no excuses for slapping his wife, but fans, fighters, and media still did it for him. You wanna? I know a lot of people are backing Dana White. Look at his sorry ass face. Motherfucker, you hit your wife. You're a piece of shit. God forgive me for that. I can't believe I just said that. But you know what? In instances like this, I'm not apologizing for that bad word. This piece of shit slapped his wife more than one time, multiple times. I know the lady slapped him first, man, I lie. The woman gave him a slap. If you were to repeat the video in slow motion, you'd see the man face. The man face move. The impact of the slap that she gave him. Maybe that's what triggered him to, hit back. You know what? Human nature, you're gonna have reflex, right? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I'm not promoting the hitting of wives now, but it's reflex. If someone punching in your face that hard, if you're a fighter, your reflex is gonna to slap or to hit that person. But when you're continuously hitting that person, that's more than just that reflex. That shows a history of domestic abuse within their household that nobody knew about, and Dana White was trying to contain. Now, did you saw what happened when the wife was out of the scenario, was away from him? All of his groupie girls start, Dana, are you okay? They're like patting his face, patting down his face. Are you okay, Dana? Did she slap you real hard? Wow, it's getting red. Dana White, you are my DooDo of the day, baby. Give me another one. I can't take no more. I can't take no more. I can't take no more. That's what you get. Let's read what this article talking about. If they're for this loser or they're not for him. UFC President Dana White has offered no excuse for slapping his wife on New Year's Eve. However, that hasn't stopped MMA fans, UFC fighters, and media members from supplying justification for White's action. Yeah, like, of course they're all gonna be behind him. Because any man who's behind this man for beating down his wife like he did, you can show in the video, it looked like he pushed her down or something. It looked like he made 3 attempts of hitting her. Any man who is justifying this, they're part of that. Either their tongue is so far up this guy's ass, or they're hitting their wife too as well. So on Monday, TMZ released a video of White slapping his wife Annie while the couple was out in Cabo San Lucas, Mexico. TMZ also released an interview where White spoke about the incident. During the interview, TMZ representative seems to attempt to set White up with an excuse for his actions by saying, quote, "We are told by people who were in the club that at least for them seem that there was a lot of alcohol involved in this situation. Who give a damn? You're not gonna hit on a woman that you never touched before like that. You know what I'm saying? And that woman get the blame too as well for hitting him first, but also you shouldn't be hitting her. I mean, I understand reflex, guys. Trust me. If anybody, me not care if a baby slap me, and a baby slap me on the back, and I didn't see the baby. Trust me, I'm turning it around with a fist. I'm turning it around with a slap or a kick or a push, because I don't know who did that to me, right? It's because the reflex. But when you're going to pull out a second card, a second slap, a third punch, and a third kick, no, man. You beat woman, and that shows that domestic I fear domestic issues is in your house. During the interview, TMZ representatives, I read that already. So continuing the quote. To his credit, White did not take the bait that was thrown his way. There was definitely a lot of alcohol involved, but that's no excuse. I am literally making no excuses for this thing at all, said White. And you can't make any excuses, bro. You're on video. You're on video beating down your wife, even though she gave you a really nice, hard cheek rattle slap. It's never happened before. Sure, we don't believe that, bro. You can't tell me that. Listen, if you and your woman never had a fight before and she slapped you, you're not gonna slap her back. Not even reflex is gonna get you to slap her back. You know what I'm saying? If that never happened before, okay. The fact of the matter, you slapped her back. It was a reflex that caused you to do that because it happened before in the past, and you probably warned her. Listen, don't do this. You probably hold her and shake her a little bit. Baby, I love you. Don't do this shit to me. Right? Don't do this again. Don't ever put your foot on me. And then to make the matter bad and worse is that she slapped his ass in front of people. And maybe he had it coming. Dana White doesn't seem like a nice person. He seems like a piece of shiz. And that's why he's getting this doodle today. Dana White. Oh, that's a donkey doodle right there. Oh. So anyway, to his credit, White said it didn't. So it's his credit. They're still giving him credit, saying that we did make up the excuse that alcohol was involved, but he still didn't want to take it. He says that he's not going to make any excuses at all. It never happened before. It's the first time that it's ever happened. No, it's not. This is not the first time that ever happened, bro. I'm telling you straight up, you're not going to beat down your woman, especially in public, if this shit never happened before. If you've done something and a lot of groupies, they're probably funneling around with your private parts while you're chilling with your wife and a bunch of men in the background, right? And your wife is like, what the heck is going on? Why are you embarrassing me? Baby, what are you talking about? Let's get to the program. Blap, she slap you. That never done before. You're going to I'll just let her walk away. Let her walk out. But no, it's something that had happened before. You probably warned her about it, and she did it the worst way, in the worst way again. She did it again in the worst way in front of all your peers, all your people, all your groupie girls around you. She did that. She embarrassed you, and you had to, the second coming, the second slap, and the third attempt to slap, because it wasn't shown on the video, but the movement of his body showed that he was going for a third slap or a third kick. The second one seemed like as if he pushed her down when he slapped her, and then he seemed like as if when he slapped her again, she fell on the floor. And the third one seemed like as if he was making an attempt to kick her, or even to his body making a movement. So he made three attempts to hit his wife. This is something that had happened before. You can't say. And then again, this is Dana White's side of the story. We haven't heard anything from this lady as yet, okay? So there's some people online talking. Let's hear what they have to say on Twitter. So TMZ video shows UFC President Dana White hitting his wife. White has always been friendly with TMZ, and now TMZ is soft pedaling the story with the euphemism got physical with each other. Like, shut up, Michael David Smith. Who are you? You need to do the day too, you piece of shit. Like, get out of here. Why are you protecting Dana White? TMZ is gonna do what TMZ do for views. That's what TMZ does. I guess TMZ replied back and said Dana White and his wife got physical with each other on New Year's Eve, stunning onlookers in the crowd Cobo San Locos nightclub. An incident Dana said was regretfully fueled by booze. Well, motherfucker, you hit her. You need to pay the price. God forgive me for these bad words. I am pissed. I hate to see when big grown ass influenced men put their hand on a woman. If your woman is hitting you, you have the power and the resource to leave her ass. Leave her ass. I don't condone no woman hitting anybody, hitting their man in public and expect not to get reflexed, but you went further, buddy. You went further. It's same as if someone was fighting you in life defense, like to save your own life, right? Self defense. If the person hit you and it's coming towards you, self defense is if whatever you do to defend yourself and whatever outcome of that result happened to that person, that's what it is. You're defending yourself. But let's say someone is coming towards you, hitting you, and the person back is turned now and walking away, and you attack that person. The attack is not on you anymore. So that's not self-defense anymore because the person back is turned. They're running away from you. You shot them. You hit them with a stone. You hit them with something, and they go down on the ground, or it's reported. You're going to be charged along with that person too as well. So I didn't condole his wife slapping him in public, as I said, and I emphasize a lot about the slap. When it connected to Dana White fat ass cheeks, that joint shook. It shook his face. And that was crazy. That was a crazy ass slap. Dag on it. That woman should be in UFC as well. That was a great slap that she gave Dana White. Let's continue. The UFC has so many toxic fans that within minutes of Dana White domestic violence video coming out, the MMA section of Reddit had to disallow comments about it because scores of UFC fans were posting about how actually it's okay for men to hit women. Michael David Simmons, shut the up. You're going to get a nice fat ass fart, bro. That's called the toxic liquid DooDo escape. Anyway, these guys are like protecting this man. The most common refrain on social media from those looking to justify White slapping his wife is that she hit him first. Oh, that's fine. That's what I'm saying. Like, you set it up. She slapped the shit out of him in front of a lot of people and his groupies and his bodyguards and friends and sponsors and partners or whoever that was in the club and fans, right? And you saw his cheeks rattled, right? So the reflex that came around now, because it's unexpected, you're a fighter. You're all about fighting. Your nature, part of your nature in a sense in life is fight, because that's what you surround yourself with. So when you get a slap, you're gonna come around with your reaction. But the second and the third attempt, bro, I don't agree with that shit. Oh, so a few current former UFC fighter offer their opinion on the matter. Again, offer an excuse for White. So Jamal Hill. If you don't want to get hit, don't hit anybody, period. But if you don't want to get hit 3 times, first and foremost, the first slap, spin that woman around. The second one, knocked her on the ground. And the third attempt, like, get out of here, man. After the first one, you have bodyguards. You could have told them to get her out of here. You didn't have to touch her in the first place. You could have been the bigger man and take it and do what you have to do moving forward. You didn't have to hit her. And now that hit has proven to me that this is so something that happened before. So UFC title challenge. So coming from Ben Davis, UFC title challenger Jamal Hill back in domestic violence. Yep, yes, he is. So Jamal Hill said, if you don't want to get hit, don't hit anybody, period. And EMS pilot guy says, nah, this don't apply for women, G. Gotta show restraint on a female, especially the mother of your children. That is true. Especially if the woman have kids for you. Like, what are you showing to your kids? You're literally showing them that, listen, mom raised her voice too much. Shut up, mom. I don't want to hear shit from you. Do you want me to call dad so he can slap your ass again? Sorry. Anyway, so Jamal tweeted back, they want equality, but then we supposed to take the high ground. No, we human too, bro. Jamal is a domestic abuser, guys. Like, somebody need to look into him like they did Britney Spears, man. They need to give him that attention. So Derek Bronson said on Twitter, was Dana White wrong? Yes, man. Men shouldn't hit women. Do I feel this is a reflection of who Dana is? No, I think so. I think it's an open door to explore. Dana has been a competent of second chances. I think speaking up against a topic and maybe sit out 2 events is fair. He admit he was wrong. No, it's not fair. That man need to go to jail. Domestic abuse right there. Why? Why? Because he's a billionaire? Billionaires are not allowed to go to jail. Sam Bankman-Fried, SBF, FTX. Sorry. Anyway, this is why you shouldn't drink alcohol, says Kevin Lee. Thank you, Kevin Lee. Stephanie Haynes. By your logic, a toddler that walks up and hits you is deserving of a beatdown. Stephanie, if a baby slapped me in the back and I didn't see that baby, I'm turning around with a kick, a slap, a punch, a body push, or something. You understand? But I'm not gonna beat the baby down. I'm sorry, but it's a reflex, right? It's reflex. All right. So it shouldn't have happened. It was reflex. He shouldn't have continued to hit that woman. She's tiny and he's enormous. He didn't need to hit her. He didn't need to instigate the situation by grabbing her hand and dragging her. She posed zero threat to his safety. And you know what? She shouldn't have hit his ass too. You know what I'm saying? So 2 can tangle in this situation. But as I said, where I draw the line with this is he shouldn't have continued hitting that woman. But you wouldn't. So Kevin Lee replied, you wouldn't just let a toddler hit you and there was no repercussion, right? For the media, ESPN. So Kevin Lee just admit that he hits his kids, guys. Anyway, as for the media, ESPN Stephen A. Smith, another loser that deserved a DooDo of the day, was incredible soft on White when speaking on First Take. This is what Kevin A. Smith, that bootlegged house nigga, what else? Coon. What else can I call Kevin A. Smith? A loser that deserved DooDo of the day. Kevin A. Smith, I'm coming after you. All up in your face. Oh, not on my face. Not on my face. Right on your face. So this is what Kevin A. Smith says, quote, Dana White is not just somebody I know and support for, nor you. He's a friend. I love him. Smith said, I just wish the best for him and his family. He knows how wrong he was to do this. He knows that we're on this. He knew ahead of time because I reached out to him to let him know what I would be talking about this morning. Oh, Dana, I'm gonna talk about it a little bit. Don't get mad at me, but I'm on your side, bro. 100%. Anyway, he knows that he crossed a line that he never crossed before. You can't say that. Kevin A. Smith, you coon, you can't say that this man never crossed that line before. But you see, when these guys' tongue is stuck in the like in the rich man's asshole. When the tongue is stuck in the asshole, they will do anything to justify why they don't want to pull that tongue out. This man says the man knew he crossed the line that he never crossed before. Did you put that in quotation? That's what Dana White said. That's what you're saying, Kevin A. Smith. Shut the up. And that he swears he will never cross again. That's what, man, when you have money and power influence, trust me, when the media is coming down on you like that, on your side for hitting a woman, and this is like the post Me Too movement here, okay? The post, what they call that group? The woman group that, I can't even, these guys should be rising up and getting on Dana White ass. And Kevin A. Smith, you need to shut up, Kevin A. Smith. You be really pissing me off as a black man. You need to shut the hell up. Anyway, he is incredible, ashamed of himself. Kevin A. Smith, you should be incredible, ashamed of yourself as a black man. Shut up. That's where we are right now. No, we are not, Kevin A. Smith. You are a loser, and you deserve DooDo of the day too as well. Meanwhile, longtime Compact Sport journalist Kevin what is it? Loli provide cover for Dana White in his Yahoo Sports story, quickly pointing out how White works and plays at a breakneck pace and has done a lot of good for this world. Championing numerous charitable causes, creating thousands of jobs, privately going out of his way to help scores of needy, ill and down on their luck people. Again, White himself offered no justification or excuses for slapping his wife. However, he didn't need to, because it turns out that many people who have their tongue up his ass were afraid that he might slip a little bit and the tongue might release a little bit, and they want to protect the lubricant around his asshole, his anus, right? So that their tongue can continue to stay lodged